Hey you guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Keeping Up with Kimberly, formerly Tales from a Scorpion. If you guys are new, don't forget to subscribe before clicking off the video. And if you guys are returning, thank you so much for keeping up with Kimberly in this community. I have really been flattered and honored that a lot of people are starting to click on my videos and view it a little bit longer than what they have been. We are really trying to climb. I am trying to get to 500 subscribers. I'm almost there. I'm almost at my halfway mark of 250. I'm a little shy of 250. So if you guys could help your girl out and start subscribing to the channel and help me get out into the algorithm, I would really appreciate it. For today, I'm just going to give you my truth. This is a little daily vlog, so let's get into it. So you guys, in today's video, I just wanted to catch you guys up on what's been going on since I had put out the divorce video. And I'm using the air quotes because it's still up in the air. I know that that is something that I am leaning towards and I really want to do right now. I'm considering it because I don't want to act off of um, frustration or being upset and, doing something hastily. It is a part of my journey and where I am heading towards in the near future, the upcoming year. But what I'm trying to do is that I'm taking a step back and looking into what has been transpiring and to make sure that over this time frame that I have been thinking about it, that this is the right decision for me and my family. So, I've been trying to get in the mood of filming, but it seems like there's never a right time because of all the emotions that I've been feeling lately, plus on both ends. So I just wanted to put a video out there when I felt right, when I felt like it was okay for me to be on camera and to start talking about something without tearing up or bringing this sad video onto YouTube. But I just wanted to give you all some clarity on the clarity that I've gained through the past couple of days or weeks that I have been MIA on this channel. And we'll just jump right into it. Let me tell you that when you are going through a separation or you and your spouse are at different ends of the totem pole, it's really an emotional roller coaster. Being in the same household hasn't made things any easier either. And but before I get into that, I just wanted to share that like last week I had like a mini meltdown. I mean, I was crying and tearing up, not just because of that, but just everything that has been transpiring over the past couple of months. Um, and this mini meltdown just came like out of nowhere. I mean, I know it was kind of brewing and building up, but it just came out of nowhere. And thankfully, my boys were here to help me through it. I mean, I was literally on the floor saying, God, what now? I guess to give y'all some context to that, a few weeks back, I had to just really sit down and look at my finances. And in other videos, I talked about um, how I was worth $250,000, and how I lost it all and what I invested in to lose it all. And if you guys haven't seen that video, then you can go ahead and check that video out so that this video would make a little sense to you all. But yes, I had gotten myself into well over 300,000 in debt. So I had a lot on my plate and a lot has been piling up and building up, and it was just overwhelming, to where I had to seriously just sit down and figure out what was my next step, what was my next move, because this was just devastating to me. You know, everywhere I turned, somebody needed something from me to pay this, pay that. I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. And I was like, I can't do this. And when you don't have enough income coming in to satisfy those bills, they start to pile up on you. So, you guys, I had to make the hardest decision, that most of you people already know, that when you have over 50,000 in debt and you can't see no way your way out of it, some people make the decision to go ahead and hire an attorney, and that's what I did. I hired an attorney, and with that I had to file chapter 7. Yes, I sat down, I picked up that phone, I found a local attorney out here that specialized with bankruptcies, and I made that decision. Now, I know that decision will hurt me and haunt me for 7 to 10 years, but it's something that it just had to be done. I could not see myself out of the debt that I had put myself in. And I needed a clean slate, and I needed it to be off my back so that I could breathe. And because I was suffocating, I was literally suffocating, and I did not see any way out. So I made that elective decision to go ahead and file a 7 to have all my debt wiped out. Now, it comes with some heavy consequences, but that I will discuss in another video. You guys, when I tell you that I truly, truly, truly believe that I'm in my pruning season right now, but I know that God would not put would not put me through things that I cannot handle. I know that He would not get me this far just to leave me. I know that all of these things that I've gone through throughout my marriage, my career, my friendships, all the failed relationships that I've had, I know that all of that was just like lessons to teach me as I get over into this new phase in life, into this new chapter, that I have learned from my past, from the prior years, and I won't take that into my next chapter because I've learned my lessons, and I'm able to do better going forward. That last week was a tough decision filing a chapter 7, but I know that once once I'm discharged, I'll be in a better place, mentally, emotionally, financially. You know, that was my end goal, to get all of that debt, just wipe it clean, and just be able to start fresh. Now, like I said, I'm going to do another video if you guys are interested in how it's coming along, you know, when my discharge will be, pros and cons of filing a chapter 7, then I will get a separate video up for you guys. And if you are interested, in the comment section below, just type in more info on the chapter 7, and I'll get that video up for you guys next week. So now let's get into how I've been handling the separation and the notion of potentially filing for divorce. So last week sometime, I'm on YouTube. I'm just searching up things to motivate me, to inspire me, to have me stop, you know, to get me out of the funk that I was in. And so I'm on YouTube and I'm scrolling, and I come across this video where this lady is talking about take the number of years. She's talking about marriage and how long that someone has been contemplating divorce, and this is what you would do. So you would take the number of years you've been married. So for me, I say 20 years that I've been married, and you divide it by 2. So when I divide mine by 2, it comes up to 10. So 10 years That's the length of time that I've been contemplating divorce or separation. And I was like, holy shit, she is correct, because that is true. All that was my aha moment. I look back, I got out a paper and pen and I did it again. And I was like, okay, I'm coming up with the number 10. And when I count back to me saying that I'm contemplating divorce, that was in 2015. So it has been approximately 10 years. And I guess I would have to do like a little story time on why I've been contemplating for so many years, for so long. But I also heard on the radio, I was listening to 104.1, and they were talking about that people, so many people, not just me, we are all staying in relationships that we don't want, because marriages that we don't want, based on children. And a lot of people say that you shouldn't stay for the children. You have to go and make yourself happy. But you have to look at it from another perspective, because what if you are staying for the children so that you can make sure that your children have both parents in the home, and that, they can excel a little bit better when they're in school instead of having problems. Now, I know that's not the case, and some people may say, well, you could be having a single parent home and your children still can excel. But if they're so used to seeing both parents, and, and it's not an abusive situation, or you're not yelling at each other, every day, then you have a safe place for those children to do well in school. And another reason could be for financial reasons. Um, Even though you might have income and then your spouse might have income, and you say, well, we're going to separate and do it the best way that we can. 9 out of 10, the children are coming with you, and then you got to fight to get child support when it's more income when you're staying with that person. Um, I don't know. Those are just some of my reasons on why I've stayed this length of time, because I wanted both parents in the home. Coming from a broken home myself, I didn't want to have just, me with my boys and them without their father. And for so many men, they get to go to other homes and raise other children that don't even belong to them. And I just felt the need to keep my marriage intact and keep the father in the home, because I already had one parent that wasn't in the home from my oldest son. So he was about 4 or 5 when I initially got married to my husband. And then I had two more sons after I got married. So I didn't want to, for me, I didn't want to have all these kids out here, all these different baby daddies. I didn't want that for myself. Like I said, I'm big on family. And even though uh, my husband and myself, me and my husband, we maybe are not compatible for each other, in the beginning, we didn't see or notice all of that. We only dated like for 9 months. And this is another story within itself that I can do another story time video. But we only dated for 9 months. We got married, and then the kids started coming. So, quick backstory, just a little short story. I met him in 2004. I was married in 2004. And then in 2015, fast forwarding, because I don't have that much time to go into that story right now, that's when I started contemplating divorce. But as soon as I left him in 2015, 2016, my middle son was acting up in school. And I kind of reverted back into where we could work things out, because it wasn't, it was a big deal, but it wasn't something that we couldn't overcome. But to keep seeing the same things, or to keep talking to your spouse about some of the same things that have been trying to divide you for years, when you've been seeing the signs, It's just time now to just go ahead and do what's best for me. Here's the thing. I've given this marriage my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, but as I begin to step into this new chapter in my 50s for next year when I turn 50, I refuse to carry the same pain, the same cycle, the same broken promises. This next season in my life, he just simply won't be a part of it. And that's it. So you guys, I wanted to share this video for anyone out there that may be struggling, just to let go, and see where it goes. For me, I stayed because I thought it was best for the kids. I stayed because I kept hoping that things would change, and they didn't. But deep down, I knew that God had been telling me or trying to remove me from this relationship a long time. I mean, it has been literally 10 years, and I just wasn't ready to listen. And now I am, because I am, my eyes are open, and I am heading into a different season, a different chapter in my life. And I don't want to bring unnecessary drama and pain into a new chapter. I don't want to have the same broken promises in a new chapter. Sometimes we think holding on is strength, when God has been whispering to your spirit over and over and over again, and you're not listening, and you're not being obedient, and you just doing what you want to do. And he has shown me time and time again that that is not the spouse that I have for you. What I have for you, your kingdom spouse, will come to you, and it'll be so much better than what you ever prayed for. Not to say that I don't love my husband, because I do. He's the father of my children. We have had 20 years together, some good, some bad. But it's just time for us to go in our separate directions, in our own direction, and walk down our own path. And I wish no ill will. I want him to be happy just as much as I want myself. Last but not least, you guys, if you are in that place, pay attention to your aha moments. Sometimes God will use certain people, certain things, certain YouTube videos, just to give you that little nudge. Certain scriptures, he'll remind you all the time, so don't ignore those signs. And for me, I've counted down the years until my youngest turns 18. And the reason why I chose 18 is because they're no longer minors. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go, you can complete your paperwork, and you don't have to do all of these different counseling sessions, because everyone is 18 years and up. And it takes much longer to go through the divorce, especially if you have like assets and things together, which we don't. So when you don't have assets and things of that nature that you need to be fighting over, then that process will take about 60 days. And that process will be a little bit better for me than to be trying to drag this out for 6 months because I have a minor. And you got to see if you need child support and all this, that, and the third. And I don't need all of that. I don't need that. I just need to file my paperwork, and I just need it to get done once my youngest turns 18. So this is a journey. This is a process. I'm not rushing through it, but it will happen. And I just want you guys here with me in my community, Kim Unity, and come along for the ride with me, and just to be my support system. Said, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me get out into the algorithm, and it also lets me know that you are here for the journey with me. I'll see you in another video. Y'all take care and have a great week.